My boy best friend thinks we've been dating for a year. I just nodded and said, all right, see you in a bit. No meltdown, no screaming, just acceptance. He leans down to kiss me again, which I just accept at this point. It's a nice kiss besides the fact that my mind is somewhere else. He leaves and I get a text from his hockey coach, tell your boyfriend to come to practice early tomorrow, he'll listen if it's you. I was shocked that he told his coach we were dating. This made me wonder who else thought we were a couple. Turns out, most people I talked to thought we were together and just never mentioned it to me. I don't think it's a prank because his mom, a very traditional and serious woman, called me his girlfriend. He couldn't have convinced her to play along with this. He just doesn't seem like the type to play with people like this. He might be clueless, but he's not cruel. I don't know what to do now. He's a great guy and would make a great boyfriend or husband, but I've never seen him that way. I can't say I love him. When this happened, it felt like a revelation. I saw how he looked at me, how he talked, things that had always been there but I never noticed. I can't pretend to love him. I don't want to hurt him, but I can't keep dating him either. Maybe I could learn to love him, but who dates someone without asking first? If I were in his place, I would have confirmed it with him a long time ago, not waited a year. I don't know what to do. I'm scared, angry, disappointed in myself for not realizing sooner. I don't want to hurt him, but I don't want to lie to him either. How should I handle this? Update, turns out he's just dumb and sad, or maybe crazy. I gave him too much benefit of the doubt. I talked to my psychiatrist, showed her my Reddit post and messages, and she basically said, remember that great guy? Well, he's a piece of shit now. Let's learn to move on and break it off. I decided we should meet in a public place. Before his practice, I texted him to meet at a coffee shop. He called, sounded serious, and asked if he should be worried. I said, honestly, yes, you should. He told me to stop joking and went to practice. A couple hours later, I'm at the coffee shop, and he arrives, thanks me for the food I ordered. We start eating, and he notices I'm nervous. He asks if I'm okay. I lay it out and ask why he thinks we're dating and why everyone else does too. He gets quiet, and I just want to cry. Then he says, I didn't think you'd date me if I asked directly. I said, that's how relationships work, you ask. He then went on a tangent about women, sharing opinions that shocked me. He was no longer my best friend, but a man with harmful views about women. He had nicer things to say when he was 14 than what he was saying now. I interrupted and asked why he thought this way. He mentioned some podcasts he listened to. He started yelling, saying these podcasts were right about women. I wasn't really listening anymore, I just wanted to cry. He said women should eat less, we're emotional, and we blame men for everything. He even said menstrual pain is a hoax and I was lying about my period pains. He criticized me for not knowing about car parts. I asked if this was a joke, and he said no. He wanted to date me but didn't ask because he thought I'd say no. I started crying, people were noticing. I told him he could have had a chance if he just asked. He yelled that I was wrong, and the podcasts were right. I stood up, he grabbed my arm, and only let go when I threatened to call the police. I left, telling him to never speak to me again. I blocked him and told some friends what happened. They were all shocked. One friend said he was always easily influenced. They thought we were dating because of how we acted and because he told them. Now I'm moving cities soon, and I'm kind of glad I don't have to worry about seeing him. I feel distraught. Our friendship was a big part of my childhood, and now it's gone. He did and said terrible things in just a few hours. If he comes up to me before I move, I'll tell him again that I don't want him in my life. If he pushes, I'll call the police. I'm sharing my location with my brother and father. He used to be a great guy, but he decided to see women as objects and date one without asking. I can't stop crying. I thought I knew him, but he was able to say those terrible things. It's already weird not having his constant texts or calls. It feels empty, but I don't want someone like that near me. The worst part is I see no change. His family has similar views, so he might not change. I feel betrayed. It's stupid but true. I get comments from men every day, but I never expected it from someone so close. I don't know when he started thinking this way, but now I feel gross. If he thinks this way about me, what does he think about our mutual gay friend? It's kind of funny that some of the things he said were so textbook misogyny. It's sad he thinks rape isn't a real problem. I thought I had a nice friend, but I guess not.